Good afternoon. My name is Amy Todd with Amy's Creative Wishes. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And today I first want to talk about Sale-a-bration. Sale-a-bration came for a second round this year. They've never done that before. And what it is every time you spend $60 or $120, you get to pick something for free out of this beautiful brochure. So today, we're going to be using 3 products from this brochure. So the first one is on the page 3. It's called Dazzling 6x6 Specialty Paper, which is this right here. It's beautiful. We'll be using that on one of our cards today. And then on both cards, we will be using the Counting Sheep stamp set, which is really cute, along with the sheep dies. And I have both of those right here. So here's the Counting Sheep stamp set. And here is the sheep dies. So as you can see, the sheep dies cut out all 3 different sheep. There's also a gate, a flag, a birthday hat, which is in the stamp set, so you can stamp and die cut that. There's a balloon, a sun, and some clouds. So we'll be using a few of these items today. And here are the 2 cards we're going to make. So here's the first one. As you can see, it has that bedazzling paper right there. And this is considered a fun fold. And I'll show you how to do that. Actually, I pre-cut it, so I'll have to tell you what I did. I shouldn't have pre-cut it. I should have waited for the video, but my mistake. And then this is the other card. So the sheep's jumping over the fence. And there's the inside. And did I show you the inside of this one? I think I did, because you see both sides of the designer series paper on this card. So let's get started. We'll get started with this card. I'll get the Sale-a-bration brochure out of my way. Bring in my pieces. I seem to be missing. I'm missing a balloon. Okay, well, I cut a balloon out of purple and I'm missing it. So I will be right back. I'm going to have to cut another balloon. So that's this die right here. Not the sheep die. The balloon. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So I have 2 balloons, one in Gorgeous Grape and one in the designer series paper. The designer series paper I'm using for this card is called Pattern Party Designer Series Paper, and it's an extra large paper pack. I showed it last week. It has black and white on one side and beautiful colored images on the other. I showed it better last week. I just don't have the room on my table right now to show it to you. So if you're interested, look at last week's video and it'll show you. Oh, hi, Roz. Thank you for joining me today. And anyone else that's joining me, thank you for joining. I seem to have made an error on this, so I'm just gonna cut a sliver so that way these two will now match up. So first off, sorry, I seem to be disorganized today. First off, I have a piece of gorgeous grape that I cut to a regular card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and then I cut 3 inches off the side, and that 3-inch piece that I cut off the side, I cut down to 3 by 4, and that will be for the front. And then there's this pool party layer, which is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. And then I have this granny apple green piece, which is 1 3/4 by 2 3/4. I have a piece of basic white, which is 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. And then a pool party layer, which is 3 3/4 by 5. Yes, 3 3/4 by 5. So those two pieces are for the inside of the card. And where's my... And then I have a piece of designer series paper that I think I measured wrong. Yeah, I cut it wrong. It should be 5.5 by 4. Oh no, that's for the other card. No, that's right. 4 by 5 1/4. I forgot to cut this piece, so I will just quickly grab a piece, and I will cut this to 4 by 5.5. Sorry about that. Okay, so this was 4 by 5.5. This is the Dazzling paper. It's 1 inch by 6, but we're going to cut it down to 5.5 to line up with the card base and the designer series paper. So let's do that first. Let's move these pieces out of my way. Oh, I also have from the... Oh, I've misplaced the dies that this is from. I'll put it in the post later. But I stamped "So Glad It's Your Birthday" and die cut that. I did that for both cards. Now let's start with these 3 pieces. I'm going to use tear and tape. I'm going to put a piece of tear and tape along this edge. And then a piece of tear and tape along this edge. And then I'm going to take my tweezers to get the backing off. We need to burnish it well on the bedazzling paper. And tear the backing of that off. And then this is going to get lined up along there. And this I'm going to fold on that score line at 4 1/4. So remember, this was originally 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and I cut 3 inches off. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this designer series paper up with this edge of the card. It's easier to just kind of have it standing. And then fold that. Oh no, that didn't work. That didn't work. So you know what? I'm going to cut 1/4 of an inch off of this. So there's 1/4 of an inch. I'm cutting that off. So that way we have, you see some Bedazzling Designer Series paper. I'm not sure why that didn't work. Maybe it was a 1 1/4 piece of Bedazzling paper I cut, not 1 inch. So yeah, cut a 1 1/4 inch thick piece of the Bedazzling paper and then do this. So we will turn that over and cut the excess off. That goes in the garbage. So that's our card base. And the inside of our card. Nope. I put the stamps away and not thinking that I needed them again, but I do. I need them for the inside. Well, I only need the one that's, she looks a little sassy and kind of like she's dancing. I will stamp that on the inside. Oop, that did not turn out very well. Let's turn that over and try again. There we go. That's better. And now we're going to color our sheep. So let me get this one as well. And we're going to color the legs with dark petal pink Stampin' Blends, along with the ears and the face are all dark petal pink, and I'll do the same for the inside. And then the dark smoky slate for the hooves. There we go. So those are both colored. Now I'm going to add this to the pool party layer. There we go. And let's stamp the inside with Gorgeous Grape. I should have stamped this first before attaching, so keep your fingers crossed. Gotta get it straight. Yep, we're good. So that was Gorgeous Grape. And we will put that on the inside of our card. There we go. And then our outside is all these pieces here. So first I'm going to cut this green piece, which measures 2 3/4 by 1 3/4. I'm just going to cut, make sort of like a hill, just like that. And then I'm going to take the Granny Apple Green along with this little grassy image that's in the stamp set as well. And I'm just gonna put some grass images here and there. And then that gets adhered to the pool party piece. Like so. And we need to trim that. I'm going to lose this if I don't put it away. Okay. And then the pool party piece gets attached to the Gorgeous Grape. So this is 2 7/8 by 3 7/8, and the Gorgeous Grape is 3 by 4. I just took that from the 3-inch piece that I cut off the front. I cut this down to 3 by 4. So it was already 3 inches. Then I just chopped it at 4, and the other grape pieces in my scraps. So this gets popped up on dimensionals. Five dimensionals ought to do it. So this gets centered here. And then I'm going to take my silicone craft mat and the fence along with a sponge that I use strictly for glue. And then, oh, wait. I have to put the sheep down first. So, what did I do with my sheep? It's right here. So, add some snail. Or, well, seal is probably what you have. Or glue, or whatever flat adhesive you choose. And that just gets put right there. And then this gets put there. And there's some glue on the outside, so let me just use my adhesive eraser. And again, if you don't have any adhesive eraser and you want one, look on Amazon, or I got mine from a dollar store here in town. I forget the name of the dollar store. It wasn't Dollar Tree or Dollarama. It was some other dollar type store. I forget the name of it, but if you can't find it at a dollar store, try Michael's or any craft store that you have in your area. They should have an adhesive eraser. And then I want the balloons. So I cut one balloon out of the same designer series paper from the, what did I say it was called? Pattern Party Designer Series paper stack. Cut one balloon out of it and one balloon out of Gorgeous Grape. And we're just gonna stick those on, but I want to lift the paw because I want to set them underneath so that he's holding the balloons. There. And then it's your birthday. I want to use mini dimensionals. I'm going to put one here. One here. One up in this corner. So above by the sew, you put one Stampin' Dimensional there. And then flat adhesive on the rest of it. Take the backings off. And that just gets set right there. And there we go. We're done our first card. So it's quite cute. I think it is anyway. I'm going to be giving one of these cards that I'm making today to my friend's son. It's his 8th birthday party on Saturday, so that'll be good. I got glue on the back of this card. I haven't decided which card to give him yet, but it'll be one of these two. So that's that one. This one doesn't have any of the Be Dazzling Designer Series paper, so I'm thinking I might give this one to him. I don't know. I'll see how I feel. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot the birthday hat. Well, I'm gonna have to add that later because I can't seem to find it. So I'll have to cut out another stamp and cut another one and color it. But I'll show you how I colored it on this next card because I colored it the same way. So this card with the cute little sheep jumping over the fence. I've got a piece of basic white thick, cut to 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. I have a piece of Pool Party, First I have a piece of Designer Series paper from that same paper pack, which is 4 by 5 1/4. Then a piece of Pool Party, 3 3/4 by 5. I have another 3 3/4 by 5, I believe. Yep. Another 3 3/4 by 5 Pool Party for the inside, and a basic white 3 5/8 by 4 7/8 for the inside. I have a piece of Granny Apple Green, which measures 2 1/2 by 5. I have 2 of the fences for this card. 2 of the different sheep. The one is the same as the last card, and then this one just looks like he's jumping. I colored one, I didn't color both. I have, 2 hats. 2 party hats. I have So Glad It's Your Birthday with that same label, and I'm sorry, I've forgotten what it is. And I just found my purple balloon. Go figure. Well, maybe I'll add that to the inside of this card. Because there isn't room on the outside for the balloons. So, let's start with the inside. So, we are going to stamp that sheep again. The same one. The one that kind of looks like he's dancing. There we go. And we will color him again. Again, that is dark petal pink, and this is dark smoky slate for the hooves. And might as well color this one while we're at it. So I did my stamping of the sheep and the So Glad It's Your Birthday and the party hat all in basic gray. Don't think I mentioned that before. I apologize. I didn't want it to be black, quite as stark as black. I want it to be a little lighter, so that's why I went with basic gray. Now we will stamp You're Amazing. Oh, I need to clean it off. I'm doing it in a different color. So let's, because I don't have any purple on this card, so I don't want to do it in purple. I will do it in Granny Apple Green. You're amazing. And let's take that that balloon and we'll put it there like he's holding it. And then this gets attached to the pool party layer. There we go. So that's for the inside. Let's fold this and burnish it. And I will put this down flat. And it just gives an extra little bit of texture in the background. You don't see a whole lot of it, but it helps. And then this green one, I'm going to cut it again, just like I did the last card, to make hills. Just like that. And we will take the Granny Apple Green ink again and stamp the grass all over it. You're not going to see much of these grassy little markings, but what you will see, it adds a little something. And now I'm going to attach that out of snail. Not completely out. You know me, I've got tons of this stuff. After this, I have three more packages of it. Unless I come across more. Which I hope I won't. Okay, so this gets attached to the pool party layer. Remember, they're both 5 inches long. And then this, what I did was I used the Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder. And I just place it in here and line it up where this line is. And then I put that through the Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine. So I'll be right back. There we go. So that gives it, I don't know how well you can see it in the video, but that gives it some good texture for the sky and the grass. And then this gets put on dimensionals. And I should say that first card, I got the layout from Kelly Atchison at a stampabove.com. I got the layout for that first card from her. This one I designed myself. So that's popped up on dimensionals. Let's put the inside layer in. There we go. And now I'm going to attach, oh, I've got the 2 little hats I need to color. So the hats I colored in, I think it's Dark Pool Party and Dark Highland Heather. So I did Dark Pool Party all over. Sorry, I'm not sure how well you can see what I'm doing and I can't zoom in, so. Dark Pool Party all over the hat. Oh. And then Highland Heather for the spots. Like I said, this is Dark Highland Heather. I know there's no purple on this card, but I just did it the same as what I did for the hat for the other card, which I seem to have lost. But I will have to find it and either find it or make a new one. Okay, so first we want to add, where's my card? We want to add this one flat. So I'm just adding some snail. And it's going to go right about there. With the little hat. There we go. Then we do the same thing. We're going to sponge some glue. On these fences. Okay, so we're gonna attach this fence like so, and I should have put the fences on beforehand. I just realized I gotta trim some of it off. And I will do my best. There we go. Okay, this one gets popped up on dimensionals. So 1 on the head and 2 on the body should do it. So this is jumping over the fence. And the party hat for him gets a mini dimensional. And that goes right there. And then the So Glad It's Your Birthday also gets dimensionals. I got glue all over my fingers, so everything's sticking to me. Okay. And that just gets put in the center there. And there we go. We are done that card. So I will bring both cards back in. These are the 2 cards we made today. I hope you like them. If you do, please like and share my video. If you share my video and comment shared, I will enter you into a draw, as long as you're in Canada. And you could win a pack of basic pearl jewels, or star designer elements, or beaded pearls, or ice cream corner sprinkles. Here, let me... Hopefully I won't make a mess. So that's what the ice cream corner sprinkles look like. They're great for shaker cards or for just adding a little embellishments with some glue. And they're fun colors too. Or the beaded pearls look like this. I have a couple packages of them, so yeah, please share the video. I would really appreciate that. It helps me out. And if you do, please comment, share it. And if you're in Canada, you'll be entered into the draw. So if you're not in Canada, I still appreciate if you share my video, because the more my videos get out there, the more it helps me. Especially if you have friends in Canada that you think might be interested in some crafting and card making. Well, that's it for today. I want to thank you very much. And don't forget about Sale-a-bration. For every $60 or $120 you spend, you get to pick something out of this wonderful brochure. And as I said, the counting sheep stamp set, the sheep dies, and the Dazzling specialty paper are all items in the Sale-a-bration brochure, so you can get them all for free. They're all the $60 level. There's only a couple of items. Let me show you. So there is these summer shadow dies, which coordinate with the stamp set in the annual catalog. And then the Delicate Dahlias stamp set. And those are the only 2 items that are at the $120 mark. Everything else in here is $60, except for this In Your Words stamp set. The In Your Words stamp set is exclusive. It's a free host set. So you have to spend a minimum of $375 in order to get this set for free. And the $375 doesn't have to be just you. You can have a group of people together, spend the $375, and then you can get this stamp set for free. So also, if you would like to join my team, I would greatly appreciate that and welcome you. I would love to have you on my team. And right now during Sale-a-bration, if you sign up, and you don't have to be a demonstrator like me, you can just sign up for the discount. That's how I started. That's how most people start. And not everybody ends up deciding to be a demonstrator like I am. They just sign up for the discount and just continue getting that great discount at 20% at the minimum. But anyway, if you sign up during Sale-a-bration, you also get to pick one free bundle. And there's a selection of 9 different bundles that you can pick from. And they're all wonderful. So, yep, that's it for today. So thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. I'd also appreciate if you go over to my YouTube channel and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That would help me out as well. And thank you so much for today, and we'll see you next Friday at 1 p.m. Bye.